All right, let's dive in. In today's explainer, we're basically looking at a map, a roadmap really, for how to build wealth in this wild new age of AI. We're going to break down 5 huge opportunities you can jump on like right now. So let's get to it. And this really is the question, isn't it? This AI revolution, it's happening. It's happening with or without us. So the choice is pretty simple. Are you going to be a spectator, watching it all go by? Or are you going to grab a board and ride this massive wave? Look, let's be real here. We are living through a massive, historic shift. The speed of this change is unlike anything we've ever seen. We're talking about the end of an entire era, the one defined by Google search and smartphones, and the dawn of something completely new. And this isn't some far-off future thing. It's happening as we speak. Businesses are already using AI agents that work around the clock, 24/7. No coffee breaks, no sick days. And yeah, that's disruptive for sure. But that same disruption is kicking off a modern-day gold rush of new opportunities. Okay, so before we even get to the money part, we got to talk about the absolute most important first step, choosing your niche. The source material is super clear about this. If you just jump into the AI world without a specific focus, you're just going to waste a ton of time, effort, and cash. So how do you find this magical niche? Well, it's actually a pretty straightforward 3-step process. First, you got to start with what you genuinely love. What subject could you just geek out on for hours? That's key for staying motivated. Second, you do your homework. Check out the companies in that space. Are they valued in the millions or the billions? That's a huge sign you're onto something good. And finally, third, just pop it into Google Trends. You want to see that interest is growing, that it has legs for the next few years. This right here, this quote, is the secret sauce. You can't try to be everything to everyone, especially at the beginning. It's the biggest mistake people make. Your goal is to find one small, specific group of people and serve them better than anyone else. Once you own that little corner of the universe, then you can start thinking about expanding. And if you're thinking, oh, that's just for small-timers, nope, think again. This is exactly how the giants we know today got their start. Amazon, it was just a bookstore. Netflix, they mailed you DVDs in those little red envelopes. And Shopify, they started by focusing on a super tiny niche, online stores for snowboard shops. They all started small, proved it worked, and then, took over the world. All right, now that we've got the foundation set, let's get to the good stuff. The 5 golden opportunities. And here's what's so cool about this. For every single one of these, there are 2 ways to play it. You can either use it to supercharge your own business, or you can package it up and sell it as a premium service to other people. First up, AI agents and automation. And no, this isn't sci-fi anymore. We're talking about smart, AI-powered systems that can handle all the heavy lifting in a business. Sales, marketing, customer support, you name it. Think of them as your own personal digital workforce. And what they can do is just wild. An AI agent can look at customer data and create perfectly tailored marketing just for them, which obviously boosts sales. It can dig through all your numbers and tell you exactly who your most valuable customers are. It can even analyze your ad spend and tell you which campaigns are actually making you money and which ones are just burning cash. The guesswork is gone. Now here's the best part. You do not need to be a coding genius to do this. Tools like Make and NN let you build these incredible automations with a pretty user-friendly interface. So you've got this huge demand, companies are willing to pay top dollar, and the skills are actually easy to learn. I mean, that's the definition of a golden opportunity. Opportunity number 2, AI-generated ad creatives. Every single business out there is on a constant treadmill, needing new images, new videos, new posts for their ads. It used to be a whole production. Photographers, designers, editors, well, not anymore. The tools for this are getting crazy powerful. Take something like Soda Marketing AI. You literally just show it a picture of a product. In seconds, it learns it. And then with one click, it spits out a whole campaign of professional, studio-quality ads. It is a massive game changer, especially for anyone selling this as a service. Okay, moving on to number 3, and whoa, this chart says it all. Podcasting. The market is just exploding. It's set to go from $36 billion this year to over $130 billion in just 5 years. Whenever you see growth like that, you know there's a huge demand for services to support it. So where does AI come in? 2 brilliant ways. First, you can take a company's blog posts or newsletters and use AI voice cloning with tools like 11 Labs to turn them into amazing sounding podcast episodes. They don't even have to touch a mic. Second, you can take their long videos and use a tool like Opus AI to automatically chop them up into dozens of short, punchy, viral clips for social media. Both of those services are pure gold. Opportunity number 4 is all about making complex stuff simple and beautiful. We're talking about AI-powered infographics. We're all drowning in information, so being able to turn a bunch of complicated data into one clean, simple graphic that people get instantly, that's a superpower, and people love to share them. So why are companies lining up to pay for these? Well, it's pretty simple, really. 3 big reasons. 1, they have a huge chance of going viral, which means tons of free exposure. 2, they get other websites to link back to them, which is amazing for their Google rankings. And 3, they make it easier for customers to understand what they're selling, which means more sales. It's a win-win-win. And our 5th and final opportunity is AI website building. This one is incredible because the barrier to entry has just completely evaporated. What used to be a super complex, expensive thing is now something you can do in minutes with tools like 10Web. You just describe the site you want and the AI literally builds it for you. Now, because this has gotten so easy, it's a bit more of a crowded space, so you gotta be smart to stand out. The source material lays out 3 key strategies. 1, get really, really good at writing the prompts to tell the AI what to do. 2, don't just sell a website, sell the whole package. Add on things like SEO or blog writing. And 3, focus on keeping your clients happy. It's way more profitable to keep a client than to constantly be chasing new ones. Okay, so you've picked your niche, you've mastered a new skill, but how do you actually get paid? That's the million-dollar question, right? Well, there are 2 main paths you can take. Path 1 is old school direct outreach. You actively go out and contact businesses. But the key thing to remember is this. They're not paying you because they can't do it. They're paying you to save their time. And here's the pro tip. Don't just tell them what you can do. Show them. Create a little sample just for their business. Path 2 is the long game, building a personal brand. You create helpful, valuable content about your niche over and over. You build an audience that trusts you, and eventually, the clients just start coming to you. So there you have it. That's the map. That's the playbook. The chance to build a real, profitable business powered by AI, it's never been more in reach. But you gotta know, this train is moving fast, and it is definitely leaving the station. The time to get on board is right now. I mean, this quote from the source material just hits the nail on the head. Everything you need is right here. The technology is there for you, the tools are ready to go, and the opportunities are wide open. The only thing missing from this whole equation is you getting started. So, as we wrap up, I'll just leave you with this final thought. You've got the map. You see the opportunities. It's not about what can be done anymore. It's about what you will do. So, what's the very first step you're going to take today? Thanks for tuning in.